The honourable member for Lethbridge.
Aspiring creatives have found a way to successfully market themselves on social media. In doing so, they pose a threat to big arts and culture groups that have traditionally relied on government favors in order to stay afloat. Finding it hard to compete with savvy YouTubers, those arts and culture groups knocked on the government's door and asked the Prime Minister to tip the scales. Enter Bill C-10. Please remind me, how does picking winners and losers protect Canadian culture?
The Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Unfortunately, we have another sad example of Conservative Party members dragging through the mud our great Canadian creators, wildly renowned around the world, who've just recently, a number of them won a number of awards at the number of different festivals, Mr. Speaker. It's a sad moment, and unfortunately another example of how the Conservative Party is again listening to the most extremist element of its own party while dragging the mud our Canadian artist.
Member for Lethbridge.
Speaker.
The minister is talking about those groups that receive handouts from the government in order to stay afloat. He's not talking about those individuals who work hard in order to capture an audience organically on YouTube. Canadian content creators have worked hard to capture massive audiences without any help from government. And yet we see the Liberals attempting to tip the scales in favor of those big lobby groups. And they're doing so by penalizing individual Canadians for finding success on social media without government support. Bill C-10 is a disastrous attack on freedom and those with a creative or entrepreneurial edge. So when will the Heritage Minister listen to Canadian content creators and back off?
The Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, let me be clear. C-10 aims to level the playing field between creators and web giants, and I continue to be baffled by the fact that the Conservative Party of Canada has decided to side with some of the wealthiest and most powerful companies in the world against our Canadian artists in this country and our musicians. We will require big, powerful foreign streamers to provide information on their revenues in Canada, financially contribute to Canadian stories and music, and make it easier for individuals to discover our culture. The bill explicitly says that obligations apply to web giants only, not Canadian users.